Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, Toyota Save Mart 350 NASCAR Cup Series race today from Sonoma Valley. They're in Sears Point. Whatever the other name was of the place, Sonoma. 350, Save Mart at 350, 352.285 kilometers, 218.9 miles, 110 laps. 3 stages, 25, 30, and 55. Now, back in the day, I know everyone hates, all these people that hate stage breaks at road courses, they hate stage cautions and stage breaks and all this stuff. Let's take a look at the fuel window. Fuel window for this race is 47 to 50 laps. In the old days, these smart genius engineers and crew chiefs would go, okay, it's 110 laps. Let's call it 47 to 50. Let's go 45 to be on the safe side. So we're going to pit with lap 65 and lap 20. Those are our 2 pit stops. So in this race, you can do something 2-stop strategy as well. So you can literally do the same exact thing. So 110 minus 45. 65 to go, or on lap 65, that's going to be 10 laps into stage 3. So you don't have to pit at the end of stage 1. You don't have to pit at the end of stage 2. You can pull a strategy out. You're behind if you like. So your first pit stop is lap 20. That's 5 to go in the stage. So you literally short pit stage 1. Then you stay out at the end of stage 2 and pit during stage 3. There is your same exact strategy. Same exact strategy. That was used in Sonoma. Since Jeff Woodine did it way back. I don't know the year now. It's been so long. So, this whole adage to get, you don't need stage breaks. You can do the same strategy. Or you can do what some people do if you think tires are going to make a difference and you want to three-stop this bad boy. Stop at the end of stage 1. Stop at the end of stage 2. Split stage 3 in half. Your choice. 2 completely different strategies right there, folks. That one of those 2 strategies will win this race. Remember, at Mexico City, and I do believe a Chicago Street race, Stephen Doran had Shane Van Gisbergen stay out at the end of stage 2. He won stage 2 and won the race. That whole adage, you can't win stage breaks and win a road course, Stephen Doran has proved you wrong. 30 of the 35 Sonoma races have been ran in June, the other 5 in May. This is the latest they've ever gone to Sonoma since they've been going there. I don't know if that's going to change, the temperature's going to change, if that's going to change the way the tire wears, how big of an effect that's going to have on this race. Will the heat have an effect on these drivers, cars, and parts and stuff? We'll have to see. Last year there was 8 cautions at Sonoma. That tied for the second most ever. 2021 there was 8, 2005 there was 8, and 1990 there was 9. Don't know if we're going to have that many cautions this year, but there has been a kind of a history there we've had. Sometimes get a lot. All right. In the last 20 road course races that NASCAR's raced on since the Gen 7 car has been introduced, when I look at these stats, I'm only looking at Gen 7 stats. I don't go back prior to that. I don't think those stats are very relevant to try to combine Gen 6 and Gen 7 stats. In the Gen 7 car at Sonoma, 3 races. Chris Buescher, best average finish, 9.25, and a win. At the 20 road course races. Chris Buescher, 9.25, with all road courses in 3 years of the win. Shane Van Gisbergen, 9.77 with 3 wins in 9 races. I know a lot of people, he's a one-trick pony. He is only a road course guy. He has 24 oval races in a cup car. That is it. We need to... We look at Shane Van Gisbergen 2 ways, fans do. We look at him, okay, he's a rookie. He's in the Cup Series. This is his 2nd year in stock cars. He's learning. But when he's winning on road courses, he's just a road course ringer. He'll never win on an oval. The future hasn't been written yet. This guy is talent that NASCAR has never seen before. He is the winningest foreign driver in NASCAR Cup Series history. So give him more time. He will win on an oval. Give him time. Chase Elliott, average finish on a road course in the Gen 7 car, 10.15. Tyler Reddick, 10.8 with 3 wins. Seabell, 12.25 with 2 wins. Alex Bowman, 12.84 in a win. Michael McDowell, 13.75 in a win. Ross Chastain, 14.1 in a win. William Byron, 14.1 in 2 wins. And Austin Center, 14.4. Now, let's narrow that down a little bit to the 3 road courses so far in 2025. This is number 4. We still have Watkins Glen and the Roval to go. Shane Van Gisbergen, average running position on these road courses in 2025, 3.34. Christopher Bell, 10.08. AJ Allmendinger, 10.5. Now, when AJ Allmendinger came into NASCAR, he was a road course guy as well. He's been known for that as well. No one complains about him on a road course. No one complained when he won the Roval a couple of years ago that he's only a road course guy because he's won an ovals in Xfinity because he's been in Xfinity a handful of years. Shane, 1 year in Xfinity, and now this year in Cup. Does it? And it's his only oval experience. So, gotta give a guy some time. AJ, 10.5. Ty Gibbs, 11.03. That dude's due for a win. He's got over 100 Cup starts and no wins. He's got 3 times, if not more, oval experience than Shane Van Gisbergen, and he still hasn't won. Tyler Reddick, 11.26. Ross Chastain, 12.35. Chase Briscoe, 12.66. Alex Bowman, 13.90. Ryan Preece, 13.97. There's another guy that's got 3 or 4, maybe 5 times experience in Cup that on ovals that Shane Van Gisbergen has, and he still hasn't won. Ryan Blaney, 14.22. Now, average finish on these road courses in 2025. Shane Van Gisbergen, 2.66 with 2 wins. Alex Bowman, 7.0. Chase Elliott, 7.66. Tyler Reddick, 8.66. Seabell, 9.0. Chris Buescher, 11.66. Denny Hamlin, 12.55. Ross Chastain, 12.66. John Hunter Nemechek, 14.33. Chase Briscoe, 14.66. Now, let's narrow it down to the Sonoma Valley. The 3 Sonoma races with this car, 22, 23, and 24. Chris Buescher, average running position, 7.07. Michael McDowell, 7.79. Chase Elliott, 8.64. Kyle Larson, 9.55. AJ Allmendinger, 12.83. Daniel Suarez, 13.04. Kyle Busch, 13.43. Alex Bowman, 14.15. Tyler Reddick, 14.25. Ryan Blaney, 14.69. Average finish in those 3 races. Chris Buescher, 3.0. Michael McDowell, 4.0. Those are 2 guys you might want to keep your eye on today. Chase Elliott, 5.66. Ross Chastain, 7.33. Kyle Larson, 8.0, our defending winner. He's had kind of a rough streak here. It's been a while since this guy's ran in 1 races. Daniel Suarez, 12.33. Brad Keselowski, 13.0. Ryan Preece, 13.0. Joey Logano, 13.66. On the NASCAR Fantasy Live side, I am playing today Shane Van Gisbergen. Duh. Chase Elliott, AJ Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, and Michael McDowell. And I got Tyler Reddick in the garage. On those head-to-heads, Ty Gibbs over Zane Smith. Tyler Reddick over Ryan Preece. Ty Dillon over Alex Bowman. I like that for the fantasy in-season tournament. I've been completely eliminated from the in-season tournament, so that's kind of in the past. I had Chase Elliott winning, and who did I have? So last week I had Allmendinger over Gibbs, lost it. I had Reddick over Hocevar, and then I had Chase Elliott over John Hunter. So yeah, my tournament is done with that. So it was fun. It was interesting. It was different. I can't wait till next year on that one. All right, 19 races down, 7 to go, 12 different winners. Right now, only 4 people in on points. Can we get to that magic number 17 in wins? We'll have to see. William Byron leading the way with 1 win. Now, his points lead for the regular season title went from almost a full race a couple of races ago. He was at 54 points 2 races ago He is currently, let's pull it up here, 13. Right now, Kyle Larson's 19, Denny Hamlin's 43, Tyler Reddick is 48. So the top 5 right now are separated by 48 points. Now, one thing that could happen here, Tyler Reddick, 48 points out with no wins, sitting 15 points. He could win the regular season title without winning the race. Now, what that means, he would automatically qualify for the playoffs if he did that. So we could have 19 different winners. Tyler Reddick could win the regular season title with no wins. 4 drivers with wins would not make the playoffs. So only 15 drivers with wins would make the playoffs. Tyler Reddick with no wins and winning the regular season title would make the playoffs. I love this time of year when those kind of scenarios are out there. Just what if that happens? One of these years that's going to happen. But right now, Tyler Reddick is plus 143 to the cut line because of all of our winners. Christopher Bell, 3 wins. Ryan Blaney with a win. Ross Chastain, 8th with a win. Chase Briscoe, 9th with a win. 10th place in points right now, Alex Bowman, plus 39. 11th, Chris Buescher, plus 35. Joey Logano with a win. Bubba Wallace in 13th, plus 2. Ryan Preece in 14, minus 2. Now, that magic cut line there. Beyond that, the next person's AJ Allmendinger's minus 43. Kyle Busch minus 46. Eric Jones minus 50. Those are some big numbers, but that cut line. Plus 2 for Bubba, minus 2 for Ryan Preece. If someone below that, like the AJ Allmendingers, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones. Now, 18th right now, Austin Cindric with a win. Ty Gibbs in 19th. John Hunter in 20th. Carson Husler in 21st. Josh Berry, 22nd with a win. 23rd, Michael McDowell. If one of those drivers were to win today, that changes that cut line dramatically. If we get 2 or 3 of those guys to win, that changes that cut line dramatically. Is Bubba Wallace in trouble? Yeah, I think he is actually. Do I think what happened at Chicago, part of it? Yes, it is. He lost some points there. Do I think, as some of you have said online, did he lose his cool? Did he lose his mind? No, he was racing for position and things happened. I would rather see a driver, Bubba's one of my favorite drivers, I'd rather see one of my drivers racing for position and that happen versus just waving people by because he's not going to race him because he doesn't want that to happen. If you're racing for position and battling somebody and something happens, okay. Do I think that could have been prevented? Yeah. If it wasn't with like 5 to go or whatever it was. Do I blame, after watching replays, after taking it all in, do I completely blame Bowman? No. Do I completely blame Bubba? No. They were battling for position. Bowman had fresher tires. If the situation was reversed, right now everyone's blaming Bubba for doing that, for taking himself out. If the situation was completely reversed, everyone would blame Bubba for taking out Bowman. So that's the part I don't like, is people can't just say, okay, you know what, this was just battling. This was hard racing, battling. Things happen. In the moment, yes, I was mad at Bowman. Still don't like him, but feel the same way about Larson as I do about Bowman. But in the moment, yeah, now it's like, once you kind of rewatch, okay, yeah. Bowman didn't give him anything, neither did Bubba. Bowman shouldn't give anything at that point. So, I hope Bubba still makes playoffs. I hope he's able to pull a win out. I don't know. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. 2311 has some bigger fish to fry right now. Hopefully that gets resolved. I'm not a lawyer, but hopefully that does get resolved. I know They will not be considered charter teams at Dover next week unless this new injunction, this new thing goes through, whatever it is. I know there's a big difference between losing the charters completely and not having the charters right now. The lawsuit has to do with having the charter agreement. So if they lose their charters next week, or their charter status, doesn't mean the day after they lose that, NASCAR's selling those charters or giving those charters to somebody else. I don't think the way the lawsuit, because that would really just lose the lawsuit for NASCAR right away, right there. I think my understanding of it, and the way I understand what Bob Pockrass has put out there for us, is those charters will go into basically on hold. Those charters will go into like an escrow, along with the winnings and stuff that those teams would have accrued with those charters. And then once the lawsuit is settled, ever how it goes and ever what the end result of the lawsuit is, then I think it's determined what's going on with those charters. My guess is this lawsuit gets settled. It's not going to go to court. Books aren't going to get opened. This lawsuit's going to get settled. There's going to be some type of under-table agreement, and we'll go back to racing as usual. The problem is if this goes to court and NASCAR wins, 2311 loses those charters altogether. Yeah, they'd have to buy new ones, yeah, or buy those back, whatever the case would be. But NASCAR is not just going to give them to Dale Jr. I want everyone to know that. The way these teams are given charters to start out with, they had to be in the sport 3 previous seasons and attempt to qualify for every single race. So my guess would be, at the end of the day, these two teams would probably end up, if not with all 6 charters, at least 4 of them, to what they had before this offseason. But then how did NASCAR allow them to purchase charters? Because NASCAR has to approve this. How did NASCAR let them purchase charters if they hadn't signed the charter agreement yet? So that's where I'm a little iffy. I think the court's going to be the same way. So, but Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Zane Smith, Noah Gragson, Riley Herbst, Ty Gilliland, I'm assuming their contracts are based on having a charter. So that could be a little wonky how the offseason goes as well. Back to topic. Shane Gisborne is 27 points with 2 wins. Austin Dillon right now is 26 in points with 120. He's 128 points out. Suarez is 25th, 82 points out. Now, everyone keeps moving the bar when it comes to Shane Van Gisbergen. He's currently 27 points. We don't want anybody outside the top 30 in the playoffs if they win. Okay, he's not. He's 27th. He's too low in the playoffs. People have said, and I've actually retweeted this, he needs to be 25th in points for it to be okay. Well, he's 2 spots away, so let's give him 40 points and he'll be there. But then they're going to change again. Got to watch out, though. Josh Berry's 22nd in points. So as Shane gets closer to him, and he's got 3, 4, 5 wins, you kind of got to change where you look at that. He's out there to win races. He's doing his job. Plain and simple. One more thing beyond this race. 6 road courses, because I know it's been the big topic all week. 6 road courses, 2 street courses is what I would like to see. All right, the 4 picks to win the Toyota State Mart 350. Well, duh. Shane Van Gisbergen, AJ Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, and Tyler Reddick are the 4. As always, thanks for watching Rubber Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a 50 day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports content.